All right, welcome back to Ghost Tales. I apologize, I'm a little congested. The pollen has got me, and so you'll have to bear with me through this. But we are here today with Sarah Carson. She is project coordinator with Bacon's Castle. This is her second time being with us. Thank you so much for coming back, Sarah.
It's a pleasure. Thank
We
you.
love having you on. And this has been so much fun because I actually got a chance to come out and see Bacon's Castle, and I love it. I've fallen in love with this place. It is gorgeous. And just the grounds, walking around the grounds is so peaceful. And it's like tucked away off the main road, kind of. And it's really neat. So I would advise anybody, if you've not been to Bacon's Castle, make the trek out there because it is a lot of fun.
It is
Yeah, and you've been there for
almost 5 years.
5 years now. And do you love it?
I do love it.
Yeah. It kind of embraces you
It really does.
when you go there.
It
Yeah.
really does.
So we're going to talk a little bit today about, well, first, when I went to go visit, you mentioned that there was some renovations going on at Bacon's Castle. How long have they been going on, and how much longer will they continue?
So they started about 2 years ago. They're repointing some of the brick on the house. Our preservation crew is also working on all 73 of our windows. And we've got a couple more projects that are going to be taking place in the next 2 years, including replacing our French drain system that actually failed.
Oh dear.
Yeah, not good, not good.
Gosh.
But yeah, we have a lot of restoration work going on currently. So
Okay.
hopefully be finished in another 2 years.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that'll be neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was down there and we were all in the well, you would think it would be the basement, but it's actually the original kitchen of the house. And I loved the kitchen. It was so neat. I mean, low ceilings, so you've really got to watch your head.
Right.
But you're walking through it, and obviously it was a place of lots of hustle and bustle, lots of activity. Talk a little bit about, there has been a lot of activity that y'all have seen in the kitchen area.
Oh yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Here recently, we've actually captured several different like shadow figures walking from the stair tower in towards the kitchen area. We've captured that on film a couple of times during investigations, but we've also captured light anomalies that have started to happen in the basement. The paranormal group that I work with, CPRI, they'll put up their cameras and be able to capture those things that are happening within the basement area. And they'll tell you that 5 years ago, they weren't really getting anything going on in the basement area.
Oh.
So just recently, in the last couple of years, they've started to have those light anomalies and the shadow figures going through the kitchen area, the basement. So.
Do they know why it's kind of picked up in activity?
They think that maybe with the restoration work that's going on right now, it may have stirred something up, the activity. But that's why we're doing the investigations that we do, so that we can try and figure out what's causing the activity, the uptick in activity that we're having within the basement area. So.
Okay. And you said that was also the place where somebody felt something, the cats,
Yes.
right?
So, the preservation crew was actually working on repointing the brick on the front of the house last year, and they had left like a little pile of rubble of the brick, and these are 1665 bricks. And after they did that, we started, for whatever odd reason, having an uptick in like cat activity. We've had guests say that they felt like a cat running between their legs, rubbing up against them. We've captured cat noises. Two of my coworkers have heard what they thought was a cat in the basement area. They went down and checked it out. There was no cat in the basement. And then this past summer, they went and cleaned up that brick that they had left behind, and one of the crew members had picked one of them up, and it was a good little chunk of piece, and flipped it over, and there were two little kitten prints on the inside of the brick. It's now in our exhibit room in one of our cases there, but I don't know if that was the reason for the uptick in cat activity, but it's definitely picked up some.
Yeah.
So
And it's why is it always cats?
I
You
don't know.
never see ghost dogs
Right?
anywhere. Maybe it's because the dogs are happy where they are. They don't need to hang around or
Yeah.
whatever, but cats, seem to
Cats more
be.
mischief.
Yes, yes, more mischievous, more mysterious,
Yeah.
kind of, well, I think I'll haunt this place over
Right?
here.
Right.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about one of Sarah's experiences that you were telling me about earlier, and stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.
Harry Halloween Superstores have the widest selection of Halloween costumes, accessories, decorations, and more. Stop in 7 days a week and their Halloween experts will help you with your ghoulish needs. Harry Halloween Superstores.
Welcome back to Ghost Tales. We are here with Sarah Carson, who is with Bacon's Castle, and we love hearing stories from Bacon's Castle. It's been just such a treat, and especially since I've been able to finally get out and see it, it's just so wonderful because I can imagine it all in my mind, and it just takes me back. It was just such a wonderful trip. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. You were telling me when we were out there of a unique experience you had you actually told us this was your least favorite room. You actually hate this room.
Yes.
It's the archives room that is upstairs, like right above where you walk in. It's upstairs and in the newer part of Bacon's Castle, because one side was built in
65.
1665 and the other half was born in
1854.
1854, or built, I say
Yes.
born, 1854. And the archives room is in the 1854 section.
Yes.
So those may be different ghosts altogether.
Could be, yes.
Could be. But talk about what you heard when you were downstairs, kind of like near the front entrance where you guys kind
I
of
was sitting in what we call the parlor room, and I had only been working there 3 weeks when I got told that I get to stay the night at the castle, which seems should
Welcome
be
to Bacon's
exciting,
Castle.
right? But I happened to be there by myself. It was about 9:45 at night, and I had all the doors locked, all the lights on, because you're in the middle of nowhere, so
Yes.
you can't see anything out there. But I was reading a book, and all of a sudden I hear this female voice coming from the room, the archive room upstairs. And I'm looking around and I'm like, I did not let anybody in the house.
Yeah.
Didn't see any headlights. And then all of a sudden, this deep male mumbled voice answered her. And that was it for me. I literally threw my book and ran out the back door and sat in my car. Yeah.
That's right. You said you sat in your car for
I
about
did.
3 hours
3 hours. They were 3 hours late.
because who was coming to the house?
So it was a group of descendants of the original family, the Allen family. They were coming to do their own investigation at the house, and that's why we were
You
going to
said
stay the
start
night.
here.
Yeah,
with
right
the
here.
archives room.
Yes, yes. And I called my mom, my boss, my kids, and I was like, "There is no way I'm going in the house by myself."
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's why I sat outside and waited for him. And as soon as they pulled up, I like ran to them. I was like, "You would not believe what just happened to me."
Oh my
And they're
goodness.
like, "Oh yes, it's gonna be active tonight." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's active, all
Yeah.
right."
Was that your first experience?
Yes,
Okay, and that was
yes,
3 weeks in.
yes.
Had you been told about all the activity at the
No,
house at that? No, you had
no,
not been told?
no.
Oh gosh, so that was really a welcome to Bacon's
Yes,
Castle
it was.
moment.
It was.
And you said it was kind of like you couldn't tell what they were saying. They
Yeah,
just
it's
sounded
yeah.
angry.
It sounded like they were yelling at each other. But you know how you hear somebody like talking in another room? You can hear them talking, but you don't understand what they're saying. It's kind of muffled sound. But yeah, they were raising their voices at each other.
And has anything else happened in the archives room that you've?
Yeah, so there was actually a curator that lived on that side of the house in the 80s, and it was him and his wife and their young son. And one night, the father woke up to his son giggling and laughing in his room. So he goes in there to check on him, and he's like, "Son, you should be asleep right now." He was, "Dad, I couldn't help it. The lady with the white gloves was tickling my feet." Yeah, nope, I would have been gone in a heartbeat.
Mike's eyes just went wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, oh my goodness. So the boy was in the room, because the curator and his wife were in the archives room. That's where they
Yes.
slept.
Yes.
And then the little boy's room was connected
To that. Yeah,
to
there's a
it.
connecting door to the other bedroom upstairs, and that's where he was sleeping. So, yeah. No.
Man.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. So do you not ever go into the archives room unless you can help it?
I as long as it's during the day, I'm okay for most part. But at nighttime, no, I don't go to the
No.
archives room at all. No.
That's so funny. I know. I apologize for making you take us
It's
in there the other day. Because you were kind of on the outskirts of the room, and while we were like, "Oh, this is a nice room," you're like, "Yeah, no,
Yeah, no,
it's not really."
no.
But you've had around 300 experiences
Oh yeah.
in this house in the 5 years that you've been there.
Yes.
That is incredible, and it's not nothing has scared you off yet.
Not yet, no. We've not had anything demonic or malicious happen. So I've kind of gotten used to them being there. I think they know who I am now and don't mind interacting with me because I'm not going to freak out and, like run away again like I did the first time.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I've even had my name called when nobody else is in the house. So it's
Oh my goodness.
been nonstop since I started there. And it's day, night, by myself, with tours. It really does not matter. The activity is just ongoing in that
Yeah.
house.
My goodness. Yeah, I was talking about when we were in the kitchen area, which was underneath the house. I felt more kind of skin prickling and just
Right.
kind of a little on edge type of activity down
Creepy
there.
basement vibes.
Yes, yes, very. But I love the kitchen. It is
It's
really cool.
beautiful.
I love it. And talk about you've brought a book with you, with so you have people come to the house and you have them write down any experiences they might have had while they were at the house.
Yes.
And there's page after page after page. Is this book full right now? I mean, do you have to get another
I
one?
think I have like 4 pages left that I can put experiences on. So there's probably close to as many experiences I've had, about 300 guests that have written down their experiences for me.
Wow. And this is a full composition book
Yes.
that we've got this
Yes.
filled.
Yes.
Read one of them that you've marked there.
Let's see. It says, while we were in the 1711 room, I saw a lady in white in a dress slash gown in the room across from us. I also heard footsteps in the last room that we were in. She says that the lady in white kind of was standing next to the window in the 1711 chamber room and then just disappeared.
Oh my goodness. Which
Yeah.
one was the 1711
So
room?
that's the one with the baby cradle in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that the baby cradle you said could have been original to the
Yes.
house. Like all the other furniture was like original to the time period.
Right.
That cradle is
Yes.
You think-
we believe that that is the one and only original piece of furniture that we have to the first family, the Allen family. And it's going to be probably early 1700s period piece. So, yeah.
That is remarkable. I
Yes.
love that. Okay, well, we're going to take another quick break and we're going to read a couple more experiences out of the book. We'll be right back. Oh gosh, we're having such a great time talking about Bacon's Castle, and we're back here with Sarah Carson, and you're reading out of this book that you keep by. Is it by the door? You tell people when they come in if you have any experiences.
Usually I keep it right there at the front desk. And most of these are from the ghost tours that we do at Bacon's Castle at least once a month. So,
That is so neat. So
It is.
yeah, and this book is almost full.
yes.
Basically.
Yes.
And you just read to us one of somebody's experience with a lady in white. Do we think this is the same lady in white who is tickling the boy's feet?
I have
Could
no
be.
idea.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I believe there's probably more than one.
Okay.
Especially since most things happen to people on the original side, the 1665 side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not very often that I have people say anything happened to them on the
1880
1854 side.
1854, yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. So tell me another experience that they've written about here.
So I've got one here. It says, I saw a figure cross the back window. I didn't say anything. My daughter who was sitting in my lap, turned and asked, "Did you see that in the window?" She said, I said, "Yes, it looked like a person." And she said the same thing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, give us a couple more.
So we've got another one. It says, "I was standing by myself and I felt someone press their face against mine and blow into my ear."
Oh, that's weird.
That is very weird.
Very up close and personal
Right?
ghosts we've got
Right.
here.
Yeah, yeah. We've had a lot of people say too that they feel like somebody comes up from behind and kind of like whispers into their ear sometimes. So
Weird.
yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, what's this one?
All right. So let's see. Someone pulled on my pants leg twice in the basement, on my calf in the same area, when we were down there. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
I think I was flipping through and I remember reading one where a gentleman said he was walking through and it might have been on the stairs, I don't know, but he felt somebody tug at his collar. Like he thought somebody was like walking down and pulling a prank and turned around and nobody was
Nobody's
there.
there.
And it's like, okay, these are, very mischievous. I mean, not maybe mischievous, but just kind of having fun.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get your attention some way
Yeah.
or another.
That's so funny.
Yes.
Okay, I think we have time for just a couple more if you want to read some, if you've
Yeah,
got some
let's
marked in
see.
there.
I do have a couple more marked in
This is,
here.
and if
Let's
you go to
see.
Bacon's Castle, you can probably peruse this book and just read
Yes.
some more of the
Yes.
experiences.
So this one says, "It was after the tour and I was hearing movement upstairs and I heard someone whisper 'hi' from the staircase." And that was on the 1854 side,
Okay.
that staircase that you got to stand on.
Yes.
And yeah. This one says, "I saw a shadow figure walk across the upstairs bed." So again, the 1711 chamber room
wow.
there.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that was quite a room.
yes.
Is that maybe the largest room in the
It is one of the
in the
largest
entire house?
rooms. It's going to be the original size of what most of the room should have looked like, is that size of a room, and they're pretty massive.
Yeah.
They're kind of multi-purpose rooms, especially the 1711 chamber room. Not only is it going to be your master bedroom, but they would have eaten breakfast and lunch in there, probably use it as a home office area,
Okay.
and even taught the kids school. So
Oh.
you have a lot happening
Yeah.
in one
A
large
lot of
room. So,
activities. So yeah, it kind of stands to reason there'd be a lot of
lot going
activity
on,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. And again, this was Bacon's Castle and it was called a castle. Explain why it was called a castle at the
So
time.
castle actually means a fortification. Bacon's Castle is 5,000 square feet originally, and that was something that was massive at the time. Plus, you're not going to see very many brick homes in the colony, especially during the time of when we get our name, Bacon's Castle. 1676 is Bacon's Rebellion, but the house is also about 2 feet of brick from the base. So, I mean, 5,000 square feet, that's a pretty good fortress. So that's how we get the castle tacked on to Bacon's.
Yeah.
So,
And did they say it was like 14 times the size of a normal house at the
yes.
time?
Yes.
That is incredible to imagine.
Yes.
That's like, in today's version, like a mansion
Right.
type of
Yes.
situation. So
Yep.
yeah, it would be called a castle.
Castle, right.
Yeah. All right. And tell us about the Lady in White, because I love this story. It was and talk about the repercussions of this sighting.
So this happened on the 1854 side of the house, and this was about 8 years ago. We had a docent that worked at Bacon's Castle, and she'd come in one morning to open the house up for the day for tours. And it was just her. She comes in the back door. She goes to round the staircase to go into the office area. And out of the corner of her eye, she sees this lady standing on the platform of the 1854 staircase. And she looked up and she's like, "Ma'am, there's not supposed to be anybody in the house yet. We're not open. How did you get in?" Well, the lady in white just smiled at her and walked up the rest of the staircase. And the docent took off after her, like, "Where do you think you're going?" And she couldn't find her in any of the two rooms upstairs in those bedrooms where the archives rooms are.
Yes.
So she went to the other side of the house, couldn't find this lady in white, and she called the police department to come out because she was worried, how did this woman get in the house? And she explained to the police that, there was so much detail in this lady in white. She was dressed in full white, and you could actually see her fingers in her white gloves holding on to the railing of the staircase. But police didn't find anybody in the house, no forced entry anywhere, and that was her last day. She didn't come back to work for us. So,
Did she give did she say, okay, this is it, I'm done, goodbye, or did she just leave?
As far as I know, she said, I'm done. I can't do that again. I don't want to see ladies in white standing in the house when I'm by myself. So,
Oh my goodness. And when you say she could see her fingers, does that mean she was wearing like lace gloves?
probably, yeah, it was
yeah.
probably like the
Okay.
white lace gloves for that period of time. She said it was probably almost like maybe early 1800s period dress. So yeah, white gloves, lace would have been in the fashion. So
Goodness. Okay. So yes, we actually, when we visited Bacon's Castle, we stood at that, it's at the landing, right?
Yes,
As you're
yes.
going up the first flight, kind of, there's a landing there and a window, and that's where she saw her
Yep.
and continued on up. She might have been going to the archives room
could have
with all the other craziness going on there.
could have been her talking that night.
Yes,
So, who
absolutely. Oh gosh, I just love that story. All right, and so I think we've got time for actually one more experience in the book if you want to share one with us.
Let's see what I can find here.
I love this book. I may just come back and read the whole book cover to cover before.
Right. This one is just recent. I picked the one. This is my neighbor who lives next to me. I convinced her to come out to the ghost tour.
Oh, so you're to blame.
Right? Yeah, I don't think she wants to come back.
Oh, goodness.
She said that a male voice whispered goodbye to her, and her husband was behind her and also heard it. So,
Oh my goodness.
yes.
Oh my goodness. Was this at the end of the tour when
At
she
the
was
end of the tour,
leaving and they were
yes.
saying, okay, goodbye?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Glad you came.
Oh. Well, if anything had to happen to her, at least it happened at the end.
Yes.
You know, so, but she says she's not coming back.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to come back.
Well, it was a pleasure having you on the show, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming back on.
Thank you so
And
much.
and yeah, if you get a chance to get out to Bacon's Castle, please do. It is really interesting. Lots of history, tons of history. And how often do you have the ghost tours?
At least once a month.
Once a month.
There's our haunted night. We do 2 of those in October, and our next one is actually this Saturday. So
Okay, gotcha. All righty. So, but you continue those ghost tours even outside of October.
Yep.
So you can check it out. And what's y'all's website if they want to go
they
online?
can go to the Preservation Virginia website. There's a link to Bacon's Castle that you can click on, and it has a list of all of our events that we have going on, including the 17th century one that we have coming up November 1st, which is going to be awesome. I'm excited
neat.
about that.
Okay.
So,
So it's preservationvirginia.org.
.org.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Simple to remember. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Ghost Tales. And if you want to, you can share your experiences with me. If you want to send me an email, you can send it to Ashley, ASHLEY Knight, KNIGHT, at wavy.com. Again, that's ashley.knight@wavy.com. And we may just have you on the show. You never know. So send those emails and join us next time for Ghost Tales. We'll see you.